that third change in my voice. I don't care if somebody is autistic. I'm not a bully, not a knucklehead, not some kind of immature fraternity nerd or something. But it's clear that a lot of people who are autistic or have some kind of developmental disorder or some kind of brain damage are being put front and center as if they're ideal, while many people are sabotaged, while rates of autism are on the rise. Strange behavior is on the rise. And I think that it has a lot to do with the weird dancing that we see and that we've seen for some time now. We see it in the App Store, the Apple App Store. We see it with celebrities. We see it on TikTok. People doing a weird sort of gay, fairy, developmental disorder dance. Now, when people don't act like a very mature and serious person, it's almost always because of some sort of brain damage, some sort of mental handicap. It's a pretty serious issue. We see people who are very sexually immoral, people in the porn sector, OnlyFans. We see people exploiting these people. Quite often we see prostitutes, or porn stars. They look like they're people who are mentally handicapped. You don't have to be severely retarded to be mentally handicapped. And I've been sabotaged to the extreme for telling the truth about a lot of things, including this issue. We basically live in a country where the vast majority of people are mentally handicapped past a certain point, and what should have been average intelligence, what perhaps was average intelligence, in the 90s, is no longer average intelligence. People are retarded. People are mildly retarded. People are mentally handicapped. People are slow. Why do you think it's called being slow? Okay. Where being the top martial artist requires thinking fast and effectively and making sound calls. And they fume me and poison me, and have 23 witnesses on record to the psychological operation against me. We see other people don't have the heart that I have. And we see that when you rely on weak points of references, you're brought down, like Noam Chomsky, Donald Trump, Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. These aren't sound points of references for someone who has a rational mind or thinks logically. These are people who are just merely playing the game, and an actor who was acting like the typical kind of person in a black frat or in a fraternity in general, what have you. People in fraternities are not role models. They're not to be envied. They're not very smart. And keep in mind, again, I'm the son of 2 doctors, and I do not think that, it's smart to make fun of people with mental handicaps, who haven't done something wrong or something, deliberately. But we see that most of the people in America who are mildly mentally disabled, there's things that they can do and they refuse to do them, and they've resorted to being mischievous instead. And because I point this out, you see these arrogant, rich, privileged whites and Jews and LGBT people, privileged token minorities, and they act like complete idiots. They think that you're dumb enough to believe that these idiots who wear aprons, who are in fraternities, they're just fools. That they're magically ideal. How do you think that it's wrong to point this out? They fuel me and poison me every day so they can play their stupid game where countless people suffer. Make it harder for me to articulate myself. If I go outside right now to make this video, that they'll make lots of noise. I'll be fumed outside. I get fumed in my car, fumed in my room. I get fumed all over the place by these immature monsters. And these immature people in the government who are nowhere near men, who refuse to man up, who refuse to do the right thing. They just raise their kids to be cowards like them. And it goes back to those fraternities and social clubs and corporations behind the state. They're very, very sick people. The average person is mildly mentally handicapped these days, but the average person in the governing class, batshit crazy. There's some kind of immature, sniveling, mischievous dog, toxic monster, just a horrible person.